at that point, I knew for sure we were going to score. There was no doubt in my mind. Earlier in the game, we had ran a play where Julian came out of the backfield, and he was open down the sidelines, but Paul got pressure. So we knew we could come back to that and hit him for a score. And then when Paul threw the ball to Tyler, it seemed like the ball was in the air for 5 minutes. And then I saw him fall down and catch it, and it was pandemonium on the sidelines.
Well, I seen Julian get open, and then we reached out to catch the ball. He fell into the end zone for the touchdown. And the first thought that came into my mind was, we're going to state, we're going to state, we're going to state. And then I seen that there's 37 seconds on the clock, and they got a heck of a kicker, and then we knew our defense had to go back out there.
I'm running a route. Paul says get in the end zone. So I'm running to the end zone. Next thing I know, I see the ball in there. And I'm thinking, man, don't drop this ball. And so then the ball comes up, and I catch it and go up and tie the game. And Houston Hobbs has been doing great for us all year. Kicks the extra point, make us go up by 1 point, and we end up winning the game.
Most memorable play was Tyler Julian's touchdown catch. Came out, had him one-on-one with the linebacker, and made a great catch. And knew all we had to do was kick the extra point to win the football game.
My most memorable moment was probably right there at the end of the ball game when I'm standing up there in the press box, and I'm watching the official. I'm watching the ball in the air, and I'm watching the official run down the sidelines, and I'm waiting to see this, but instead he gives us this, which means he was out of bounds. And then I look at Coach Merce, then I look at the clock, he looks at the clock, and we see all those zeros, and it was the most amazing feeling in the world. Absolutely incredible.
I just told everybody, I said, I love you guys, you're my family, if we got one more play left, make it your best, and everyone we broke the field, and that's when we just went out, and luckily the guy didn't get in, so I mean.
And Cathedral's quarterback threw a bomb to the number 83. I was close to getting the quarterback, but I couldn't get him in time, and when he threw it, I was kind of scared because I saw Paul jump up, but when 83 caught it, I thought it was a touchdown, so I kind of hung my head a little bit, and then I saw the ref mark the ball out at the 1 yard line, and I looked at the clock and it said 0, and it took me about 5 seconds before I realized we just won semi-state, but I went nuts when it happened. So
I saw one of the players jump up in the air and wave their arms, so I knew it was for us and that we had won.
Everybody just kind of looked at each other and said, well, this is the guy to the dome, let's stop him right here, and stopped him 2 yards short, and that's all we needed, and came out with a victory.
I looked up, and I think it was Nick that hit me from the side that said the clock had expired, because to be honest, I didn't think the guy was near the end zone. I had no idea he was that close. I was worried about them kicking the field goal, and obviously I was wrong on both parts.
They were still discussing the call. It was, I don't know if they were discussing the call or trying to get the cops to get the officials off the field, but I'm kind of standing there, and I'm like, are they going to give them time on the clock to try to kick a field goal? So I'm standing there, and Coach Merce is pushing me. He's like, you can't, there's nothing you're going to do up here, so let's just get down there and see what's going on. And it was just insane. Their fans were griping and complaining and cheering at the same time. Our fans were going nuts. I mean, it was crazy.
Anybody and everybody came out. There's so many people, they all look familiar, but I didn't know all their names. Their faces, they'd come up, shake your hand, give you a hug. I mean, it was just awesome. The whole town, the whole west side was just going crazy. I mean, it's awesome to have this kind of, the west side behind you like it. I can tell you that. It's an awesome feeling.
The first thing I did, I grabbed a hold of Zach Kissel, and because he was the first person I seen. And then Mike Head, he played for us last year, tackled us, and everybody just piled on.
I was actually in the student section from the first row, and I was standing up on the rail, and I could barely see it from over everybody. And I see him drop back, and Craig said they were all over him, and he got it off somehow, and that ball was flying. I was just like, uh-oh. And I couldn't see the catch. All I could see was people surrounding him, and then their fans went nuts. And I was like, and then I seen this from the ref, and I was like, it's over. Let's get on that field and celebrate.
When I came down the field, it was pandemonium. I mean, all the fans were out there. Every time a game's over, the first person I look for is my wife. She goes to every one of the ball games, and I look for her. And when my son's there, I look for him and her, but he wasn't at the ball game. So I'm looking for her, but at the same time, I'm trying to wade through all these people. And I saw John Carl, and he's sitting there going, "I promised I'd see you on the field tonight," and it was, it was insane. And
then we got rushed off the field because I don't think it was official yet, so we were rushed off the field. So we had to run off the field again. Then they're like, "Okay, it's official now." So we ran back on as fast as we could again.
It was all just kind of a blur because I pretty much hugged the whole Reitz nation, basically. Pretty much my whole family, everybody, every player on the team.
Well, the celebration was awesome because they came on the PA and said, "Everybody stay off the field," but I knew as soon as we won the game that the Reitz fans were going to rush the field like they always do. And so we got on the field, and it's like there were a couple thousand people. I couldn't even find the people I wanted. But we did find some football players and told them congratulations, great game.
I remember just everybody hitting me. It was kind of a rush, and just picking out familiar faces in the crowd. Saw my brothers, my family, and it was just an unbelievable experience.
I couldn't be more proud, and there's, that's what's kind of neat. We're right here near Thanksgiving, and there's 3 Harts, there's 3 McIntoshes, and a couple Kleesners, and a couple Dimmitts, and there's all these families that kind of make our team. And then they all kind of mold together and make one family. Well, I would like to see the Reitz Rowdies and to be the leaders of the whole dome and just absolutely own the dome. I want to take the bowl and move it right inside that dome, and I think we have the fans to do it. I know the enthusiasm's there, and our kids are excited.